Welcome to Successful Meetings in English. In this lesson, we will look at the language necessary to run the meeting smoothly. Good luck! In this section, we will focus on how to run the meeting smoothly. You can say this is the core part of being a good facilitator. In order to run a meeting smoothly, there are 4 main points that a facilitator needs to pay attention to. These are time management, encouraging equal participation, ensuring that participants stay on the topic, and checking and summarising. The importance of these will vary according to the meeting purpose. For example, for the dissemination of information, perhaps checking and summarising is most important. And for brainstorming, perhaps ensuring equal participation is most necessary. We will now look at each in detail. Firstly, time management. The facilitator has a chance to focus on this at different points of a meeting. At the beginning of the meeting, the facilitator can make clear rules about time. For example, I'm afraid we will have only 45 minutes today, so I would appreciate it if each of you can give your opinion briefly. Fortunately, we have this opportunity to have a full-day meeting. I hope we will get to know each other in a relaxed manner. These are long sentences to remember. Shorter phrases to memorize are, we only have 15 minutes today, or we only have 1 hour today. In a similar way, we have a full day, and we have 2 hours.
During the meeting, there may be a chance for a break. We can use phrases such as take a break or start again. For example,
Shall we take a break here? There's some coffee in the lounge. Let's start again in 15 minutes.
And towards the end of the meeting, we can refer to time.
I'm afraid we're running out of time. We need to move on to the next topic.
I'm afraid is a polite way to regret doing something. In this case, the facilitator regrets that there is not enough time. In a previous slide, the facilitator said that I'm afraid we only have 45 minutes. This is a similar example. The effect of I'm afraid is to very politely change the subject on the agenda. Let's move on, or we need to move on, shows that the meeting will discuss the next agenda item. A really important role for the facilitator is to make sure there's an equal amount of participation. At the beginning of the meeting, the facilitator can set the tone for a friendly and welcoming meeting in which all the participants can feel at ease in talking. For example, let's briefly introduce ourselves. Could you introduce yourselves? And here are ways to encourage people to speak up.
If you have any opinions, feel free to speak up. If you have any questions, please raise your hand.
During the meeting, it's good to encourage participants who haven't spoken up.
Anyone else who wants to voice an idea? Ellen, we haven't heard about your view on this. What do you think? Thanks for your suggestion, Sammy. What do you think, Jane?
What do you think plus a name is a very useful phrase to remember. In a good meeting, people can engage in lively and interesting talk. However, sometimes people can get off topic. This is one of the drawbacks of a good discussion. A key role for the facilitator is to try and keep people on topic. We might want to use direct language, such as,
This topic is not very important now. You're wasting time.
But these very direct phrases do not make people feel good. The next 2 examples are still direct, but sound friendlier.
Please stay on topic. Let's get back on track.
If you want to be very tactful, the following examples show praise and then bring the meeting back to the original focus.
You have an interesting view. But what do you think about Project A? You have a good point, but I'm afraid we cannot deal with it right now.
This kind of polite approach is very effective. Finally, another way to keep the meeting running smoothly is for the facilitator to check and summarise key points. This makes sure that the participants can all follow and understand what is going on. This can be done during the meeting and is probably best done at the end. Here are some phrases to help you check a point.
Let me reflect. Let me check. Let me clarify.
Here are 2 examples.
Please let me reflect. What you like to do is to change the color of the model, right? Let me check. You're saying you cannot meet the deadline?
Summarising is similar to checking and is a good way to make sure that everybody at the meeting understands the main ideas. Short and easy phrases to begin a summary include: to sum up, the main points are. Example sentences are:
To sum up, we will aim to develop our product by June. The main points are 1. How to cut down waste, and 2. How to increase productivity. Let me take a moment to summarize the main points so far. In this lesson, we have learned about the ways the facilitator can try to run a meeting smoothly. Think about recent meetings you have been to. Did the meeting run on time? Was there equal participation? Did people stay on topic? How did the facilitator check or summarize? See if you can observe these features when you next attend a meeting. And if you're a facilitator, keep practicing and try to communicate them clearly. Please use the checklist. Good luck!